In the early 20th century, the landscape of American education underwent a significant transformation. At the forefront of this transformation was John D. Rockefeller, a name synonymous with immense wealth and industrial power. This video delves into the history, chronology, and implications of the Rockefeller school system, exploring its far-reaching impact on education and society. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were marked by rapid industrialization and urbanization in the United States. During this period, the need for a more structured and unified education system became apparent. John D. Rockefeller, a titan of the oil industry, saw an opportunity to influence this sector profoundly. In 1902, he established the General Education Board, GEB, with a mission to promote education throughout the country. Rockefeller's vision for education was not just about increasing literacy, but also about shaping the future workforce. The GEB received substantial funding, eventually amounting to over $180 million, a massive sum at the time. This funding was directed towards standardizing education, particularly in the South, which lagged behind the rest of the country in terms of educational infrastructure and accessibility. The GEB's influence extended beyond mere funding. It played a crucial role in shaping the curriculum, emphasizing subjects that would produce a disciplined and efficient workforce. The focus was on practical skills and basic literacy, steering away from classical education models that prioritized philosophy, art, and critical thinking. The GEB was founded with an initial grant of $1 million from Rockefeller. This marked the beginning of a new era in American education, with a focus on standardization and practical skills. By 1906, the GEB had expanded its reach significantly. It funded schools, teacher training programs, and educational research. The board's influence grew, particularly in rural and southern states. One of the most significant contributions of the GEB was the Flexner Report, published in 1910. Authored by Abraham Flexner and funded by the GEB, this report critically assessed medical education in the United States and Canada. Its findings led to the closure of many substandard medical schools and the reform of medical education, ensuring a higher standard of medical training. Throughout the 1920s, the GEB continued to consolidate its influence over the American education system. It promoted the consolidation of rural schools into larger, more efficient institutions. This period also saw the GEB advocating for the professionalization of teaching, emphasizing the need for trained and certified teachers. By the 1940s, the influence of the GEB began to wane. However, its legacy was firmly established. The standardized, pragmatic approach to education that the GEB had championed became the norm across the United States. One of the enduring mysteries surrounding the Rockefeller school system is the extent of its control over the American education system. Critics argue that Rockefeller's involvement in education was not entirely altruistic. They suggest that the emphasis on producing a disciplined workforce served the interests of industrialists like Rockefeller, ensuring a steady supply of obedient and skilled workers. Another critical point of contention is the suppression of critical thinking. By focusing on practical skills and basic literacy, the Rockefeller school system arguably limited students' ability to think critically and question the status quo. This has led to ongoing debates about the true purpose of education and the need for a more holistic approach that includes critical thinking and creativity. Despite these criticisms, the Rockefeller school system's impact on American education is undeniable. It laid the groundwork for the modern education system, with its emphasis on standardization and practical skills. However, the debate over its true intentions and long-term effects continues to this day. The Rockefeller school system represents a pivotal chapter in the history of American education. Its legacy is a complex mix of progress and controversy, reflecting the broader tensions between industrial interests and educational ideals. As we continue to navigate the challenges of modern education, the lessons from the Rockefeller era remain relevant, reminding us of the need to balance practicality with critical thinking and creativity.